Do darker roasts have less acid than light roasts? Hello, this is Ryan with Mavericks Coffee again, and I get this question a lot, so I thought I would answer that today. So, do lighter roasts have less or more acid than dark roasts? The answer is, it depends. Stay tuned and I'll explain why. And I tell you, if you're suffering from GERD or IBS or interstitial cystis or any of these chronic gastrointestinal or gastroesophageal issues, you'll want to get the answer. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. So you're clearly concerned about the acidity levels in your coffee. So the question that I asked earlier is, what has more acid, a light roast or a dark roast? The answer is that it's really brand specific, but there's a catch. And when I say brand specific, I mean if you have Bucks or Folgers or whatever brand it is, if you go and you look at all those brands' coffees, you take all of their profiles from a lighter roast to a darker roast. Typically, the lighter roast coffee will have more acid, and the darker roasted coffee will have less acid. But here's the problem. Nearly 100% of all the coffee brands out there, all of their coffees are highly acidic, whether it's a light roast or a dark roast. What you need to understand is the nature of coffee itself. The coffee bean is highly acidic. Okay? If you're looking for low acid coffee in any one of these other brands, you're really going to struggle because their roasts are not designed to remove the acidity out of coffee. You need to understand that coffee is full of chlorogenic acid, caffeoylquinic acids, all sorts of acids, and many of them pose a difficult problem for your physiology. And if you don't have one of these underlying conditions, by the way, such as GERD or IBS or IC, for many people, it's an issue of age. And as people age, their physiology changes, right? You can't eat what you could when you're 20, when you're 50, right? Things change as we age. So if you currently don't have one of these conditions, I would just say no sense in making things worse for you, no sense in inviting problems down the road why even consume the acid if you don't have to have it? And so that's just an aside. So back to this idea of the chlorogenic, the caffeoylquinic, and those types of acids that are in coffee that bother you. Okay, those acids will pose a problem. None of the roast profiles today for modern roasters will reduce those acids. It's not set up for that. They're not trying to do that. It's not a knock against them. You just will not get that effect. Okay? So you have to reduce that chlorogenic acid. And by the way, those caffeoylquinic and the chlorogenic acids, those acids are what we call non-volatile versus volatile. The roasts today, the modern roast profiles that roast very light, they can eliminate some of the volatile acids. Volatile meaning they leave easy. They're easy to remediate. They're easy to evaporate. They're easy to destroy or degrade. The non-volatile acids are not. And those, by the way, unfortunately, are the ones that are going to give you the problem. So what you need to do is you need to have a slow roasted profile, meaning you have to have time and temperature in order to reduce those non-volatile acids. The volatile ones go away easy. The non-volatile ones are very difficult to remove. So to answer the question is, if you're drinking pretty much anyone else's coffee, the lighter roasts and darker roasts, they're all going to be highly acidic. So whether if you're looking at the pH score, one's a 4.7 or one's a 4.8 or a 4.9, you're going to struggle if you have issues with acid. Now, if you're looking at a slow roast profile, here's the great news. Like say in the instance of our coffees, and it doesn't have to be just our coffees, it can be anybody's coffee. But our light roasted coffees, say at a 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, might have 70 or 80% less acid than the dark roast profiles of the other coffee companies. So when you come to a Mavericks coffee, or if you can find another slow roasted coffee company, great, try their coffee. But when you come to a coffee like ours, even our lighter roasted coffees are super low in acid. And our darker roasted coffees are really off the charts. So again, if you're looking for acid, if you're wanting an answer to the question, which coffees have more acid, light or darker, the darker will have a little less acid, but you really need to move your thought process over to a low acid coffee company who specializes in roasting only low acidic coffees, and you'll find that the light ones should work for you, and the darker ones even get lower and lower and lower, meaning that their pH is higher. I know it's kind of intuitive, and I'm going to continue to hit this on the videos, but when you're looking for a low acid coffee, you always want to have a coffee that is higher in pH. The higher the number, the better. I hope that's helpful to you. I'll be producing some more videos. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at sales@maverickscoffee, or of course you can just go to our website, maverickscoffee.com, and I'll be happy to chat with you. I hope this information was helpful to you. You have a great day.